Hey, what's going on guys, 30 here, and welcome back to another Minecraft modding tutorial for version 1.15. In this tutorial, I'm going to be going over how you can create leaves, saplings, logs, and planks, as I want to start on some tree generation soon, so I think this is worth doing. So let's just go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to go ahead and do is go into our block init new, and we're going to have to register the blocks first. So first let's do the planks, which is super easy. So that is just a public static final registry object of block, and I'm going to call this, let's think of a name for it. I don't want to keep it as example and test and all that jazz. Yeah, in fact, jazz, let's call it jazz underscore planks, okay? And that's going to equal blocks.register versus obviously the registry name, which is just going to be jazz underscore planks, and then the supplier is just a normal supplier, as this is just a basic block really, of a new block. Just let it load. If it doesn't crash, yeah, there you go. And then block.properties.create. First we want the material, so material.wood, and then we want the material color. Do we have, yep, wood, perfect. And then we can do the hardness and resistance. In fact, I'm going to get it from the Minecraft block properties of just oak wood. I think that's a lot easier, so we can do blocks.oak oak planks is what we want, and that will just basically do all of that for us. That's right, isn't it? Block.properties. Is it from? From, there you go, not of. Okay, and that's basically our planks. We now have planks. Next, what we can go ahead and do is the log. So that is just a public static final registry object of block, and let's call it jazz underscore log. That's going to equal blocks.register jazz underscore log, and the supplier. Now the question is, can we do a new log block? We can. Nice. Material color dot wood properties. We can just once again use the oak properties. So block dot properties dot from blocks dot oak oak log. There we go. It's just a lot easier to use those properties rather than our own. And then we can create the what's next? The leaves. So a public static final registry object of block, and we can call that jazz underscore leaves, and that's going to equal blocks.register and jazz underscore leaves, and the supplier. A new, I think we can do leaves block, and then block.properties dot from, actually yeah, that'll be fine. And then leaves, so oak leaves, pretty simple. And then I think the sapling we're going to have to do ourselves, so it's still just a public static final registry object of block jazz underscore sapling, That's going to equal blocks.register jazz underscore sapling, and the supplier a new jazz sapling, as we need our own class for this because obviously it has different world generation. And this is just going to be unless actually sapling block, what does that take in? It might take in the world gen class. It does. Okay, so we can just use a sapling class. So for now I'm going to put null for a second, because we don't have anything, we don't have a class for that yet. And then we can do block.properties.from blocks.oak underscore sapling. Okay. Actually that's not visible, is it? No. Okay. So what we can do is go into our objects package, blocks, and we can create a new class if Eclipse wasn't lagging. There we go. And we're going to call this jazz sapling block. Actually we can just call it a mod sapling block and rename the file to that. And that can extend sapling block, and just add the constructor, and we just want to make that constructor public, just like that, and that's it. We can now use that class instead. There we go, just import that, and voila, that is it. So now we can, yeah, I'm not going to do the tree generation in this one. I want to leave this kind of short, and the tree generation will be shortly after this one. So now we can come out of all of that. We've now done that, and we can do the models. So first is the block state. So let's look into the vanilla stuff. So client extra assets Minecraft block states, and we'll look at the Acacia stuff because that's honestly easiest, and we can just copy that one. We can create a new untitled text file in our block states, paste that in, and basically you just want to replace that. Oh god, no. So just Control F to get this menu up and replace that with tutorial mod :block / jazz underscore log. Just replace all, and voila, we can just save it. Source main resources assets tutorial mod block states jazz underscore log .json. Need to make sure it's .json. There we go. And that is that. Okay, next we can create the planks, which is just a basic block, so we can use our example block for that. So just copy our example block, paste it in, because planks are literally just a normal block but with a different texture. Come on, Eclipse, you're not normally this slow. I know you're oh god. Oh god. Oh, there we go. Just took its time. It's because I have a lot of projects in this one workspace. What did we call it? Jazz underscore planks, I think. Or at least that's what we should have called it. Let's check that we called it that. Let's just go into our init real quick. Because it is planks. Yes, we did call it that. I wasn't sure if I accidentally called it jazz underscore block, because obviously that would have caused us some issues. Oh god, that's a horrible colour. I apologise. I will fix that for the next one. Jazz underscore planks, there you go. And then we can create the leaves, which once again are the exact same. So jazz underscore leaves. And it's just a normal block again. Most of the properties of it are just literally coming from the Java code. A lot of it isn't done in the block states. And then we can do the sapling, which is going to be slightly different. So jazz_sapling. If I remember correctly, oh wait, no, I think it is the same, right? Or no, it has 2 growth stages, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. It doesn't have 2 growth stages. Okay, it used to. It doesn't anymore though. Yeah, that's fine. All right, that's the block states done. Let's go into our lang and just do this real quick. So, yep, there's our blocks. block.tutorialmod.jazz_planks, and then block.tutorialmod.jazz_log, and then block.tutorialmod.jazz_sapling, and finally block.tutorialmod.jazz_leaves. Now we can just fill these out. So jazz leaves, jazz sapling, jazz log. I don't like jazz, by the way, just before anyone starts thinking I like jazz. I don't. Just gotta make sure we put a comma there. Fix that. There you go, that's the lang done. Now we go ahead and do the block models. So obviously the leaves and the planks are just the exact same as a normal block. So jazz_planks, and we can do jazz_leaves. Just go into these and just change it to jazz_planks and jazz_leaves. And there we go. And we just need to now do the other things. So first is the sapling, so jazz_sapling, and then jazz_log. Now if we just go into the models block, we can look at the acacia log. It's just a cube column, so it's pretty simple. Okay, and that's just going to be, instead of that, it's tutorial mod : and we've got to change block to blocks, block to blocks, tutorial mod. There we go. And instead of acacia log, it's just jazz_log and jazz_log_top. Okay, that's those ones. And then the sapling, I think it's a cross. I think that's what they call it. But we can check anyways, just in case. Yes, block/cross. So let's just go into the sapling, fill that out. Okay, so tutorial mod : change block to blocks, change acacia to jazz. Voila. Okay, now for the item models. So these are literally just going to parent off of the block. So jazz_planks, jazz_leaves, jazz_log, and jazz_sapling. Now the sapling is obviously slightly different, as you should know if you look at a sapling in Minecraft. So let's just have a look if we can find that acacia sapling. Yeah, it uses an item generated for the sapling, so it's just basically a normal item. So we can just change that to tutorial mod, blocks, instead of acacia it's just jazz. Nice. And then the rest are just like normal. So we just placed example block with oh, actually, yeah, that is right, okay. replace example block with jazz underscore planks, replace the log with jazz underscore log, and leaves with jazz underscore leaves. And voila, that is it. So now I'm going to go ahead and create these textures. They're all in the blocks package, so I'm going to go create those, and I'll see you guys once I have done that. Okay, I have now done all the textures. Now you may notice that it hasn't actually gone and appeared in my blocks package. You need to make sure that it has appeared in there, and if it hasn't, what you need to do is right click your project and just click refresh. If you're using IntelliJ, it should do it automatically, but just in case it doesn't, make sure you do click refresh, and as you can see, they've all appeared now with my amazing textures. I believe the leaves need to be grayscale, otherwise it won't work, but I'm not sure. So just go ahead and run the game, and yeah, we will see if they are in the game. Okay, so I am now in the game, as you can see, and we have one issue here with the sapling. Now this is actually expected, as we haven't set the render type to cutout. So we can go into our client event bus, which we should have. So where's that? Util client event bus, and I think it's client setup. We can go ahead. Yeah, it's client setup, and in here we can do render type lookup dot set render layer, and then that's the block that you want to do. So block init new dot jazz sapling, and then the predicate is just the render type. So render type dot, and we want get cutout is the one we want, and we need to make sure we put dot get, of course. And now if I just rerun the game, we can go ahead and see that that will work. I'm also going to change the texture for the leaves as well. So yeah, I will see you guys in the game. Okay, so we are now in the game, and it is all working, which is all good. As you can see, all right here, we got the sapling texture, we got the leaves, we got the log, which can rotate in all directions, which is lovely. We can't strip it, I don't think we've implemented that yet. Let's check. It might crash, but first let me just show you, the planks exist. Yeah, we can't strip it because we probably need our own log class to strip it. So if you want to go ahead and do that, you can do that, but it's basically just a class which extends the log block, and then you use the onBlock activated, which would basically be the same method from the log class. But yeah, that's it. Obviously this will crash if it grows, so I have set the game tick speed to 0 so that it doesn't even attempt, and I will be doing the tree generation very shortly. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.